right, peace to the family out there. I want to thank everybody who tuned in yesterday um, for the hour that we did, enjoying the sounds of silence. Um, this is a journey, this is a marathon, it's not a sprint. Um, I think this should be for those who are willing to embrace the sound of silence, know that this journey that we are on is something that is going to transform. And as I'm saying that, my son is screaming in the background as I talk about silence. Ain't that funny? But yeah, I just think it's beautiful. We live in a world full of overstimulation. I think I read somewhere that said we get more stimulation in a day, and I don't know how accurate it is. They said we get more stimulation in a day than we used to get in an entire year. So imagine how simple life was, let's say 200 years ago, and the amount of people we may have seen outside, the amount of interactions we may have had, very, very simple lives. And they say that, today, I mean, you may not meet somebody physically, but digitally, you could have 50 conversations in a day. Especially depending on how much you in the comment section. You know, if you really want to be stimulated, you could be on there chatting and talking, and you could be in Discord groups, and so you could have so many conversations in a day. Um, wasn't like this 200 years ago. So they say, like I said, I don't know how accurate it is, but they say we get more stimulation in a day than we used to in a whole year. I'm like, wow. Oh man. Somebody said I think silence is so loud it should be called by a different name. Yeah, yeah. And silence, we're interacting with a whole nother world. This is the world where we get our power from, family. And we're about to go silent in a second. And like I said, it's not even if you just tuned in for 5-10 minutes, it's about the seeds that's being planted in us with this show. Like I said, it's a contradictory show because people come to the internet for content, and the content that I'm offering on this particular show is silence. So it's real weird, So it's something like people like, well, what the hell is this? I came here for action, lights, camera, action. Well, I'm here to tell you, if you come here for lights, camera, action, there's 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 way more lights, camera, and action in the world of silence than there is in the world of the senses. It's filled. It's filled with everything you can ever imagine. And we could pick what we want like we picking grapes from a grape tree. Like literally. And it's about the experience. It's not about us trying to do something. It's about just enjoying the experience. And it does something to your body. If you really embrace silence, it does something to your body. That's why somebody asked me the other day, they said, yo, I told them what I was going to do. They said, are you going to have music? I said, no, I'm not. Not. I'm not going to even have music. I'm just going to have sound. Yesterday, when I turned off the chat yesterday and I went silent, I just started, initially I just sat there staring at the wall, and then I started taking notes, and just incredible ideas await for all of us. I swear, incredible ideas await for all of us. If we just sit and why do y'all think these dudes that I grew up in the city, these dudes, that went to jail, I know a couple of dudes and that got locked up, and they come home with so many ideas. So many ideas. You'd be like, what the hell? What? Like they come home with so many ideas. Some of them being that solitary confinement. Solitary confinement. And they make the best out of it, and they come up with so many ideas. So yeah, this thing is it. This is what Nikola Tesla was tapping into, family. So, you know, in the middle of the day where, so much we could be doing right now. I appreciate that y'all here. Somebody said, yeah, read the hell out of books in the pen. Yeah. Yeah. There's a wealth in sitting still and just, writing or reading or um it's just a wealth. Another thing about silence is that when you truly embrace silence the right way and and just enjoy, like, tap into your own world. It's really about tapping into your own world. When you start to tap into your own world in silence throughout the day, and you just get engulfed in it, when you get engulfed in your own world in silence, the external world starts to revolve around you. So you'll become the center of your universe. Your external world, literally, people, places, things, circumstances. It'll seem like the world just revolves around you. And you'll be like, what? It'll seem like you're the center of the world. But when you don't embrace silence, it's just like you're like a background character in the world. So there's no right or wrong. You can embrace the external world, not pay no attention to your higher self and your divinity in silence, and just be an extra. If you want to be, there's nothing wrong with that. But if you want to become the center of your world, and that could mean so many different things, being the center of your world. But if you are interested in being the center of your world and having the world revolve around you, then yeah, I would say start to embrace silence. This is a silent movement going on. This is a silent movement going on. Yeah, somebody said you hear so much once you're silent. Yeah, yeah. Somebody said, where can I send a copy? All right, so I'm gonna be on here for about 5 more minutes, and I'm gonna just we're gonna go silent, family. I got a show tomorrow. I got a couple of people I want to call for a show. I got a show tomorrow and Friday. I'm not gonna say no names yet, but I'm not gonna do a show tonight, Wednesday, taking the night off. Yes, silence definitely helps you. Oh, well, let me answer this first. Send it, email me, richardmerritt@yahoo.com. Email me and I'll send you some information where you can send your book, Tiffany. Yeah, silence is not the absence of power, it's the amplification of it. Yes, yes, it is. Yes, I owe all my power to embracing silence and just tapping into my higher self. That's it. You got your higher self is waiting for you. The higher self is waiting for your family, your galactic family. Some of us don't like the family that we incarnated into. Well, your galactic family, your quantum family, your etheric family waits for you in silence. Go in there with good, with no, there's no bad intentions. Go in there with embrace silence with the intention of being the best and only version of yourself, not to cause harm to anybody. That's not my idea at all. Uh there's enough for everybody in this realm. You don't have to go into your silent scheming and scamming or whatever. Like, just be yourself. We live in the world of abundance. Remember when Neo seen the digits falling in the Matrix? The green digits, the zeros and ones, or whatever the hell it was. That should be money signs. That's money. Like, we're surrounded by currency. Somebody should remake that scene. I'm gonna remake it on this new what you gonna call it? VO3, this new artificial intelligence. I'm gonna remake I'm gonna tell AI to remake the Neo scene with a black Neo, and I would tell the matrix lines to have dollar signs. That's wealth. We're surrounded by what money does grow on trees. They lied to us. Money does grow on trees. There's people throughout history that manifested out of thin air. That's wealth. These are capabilities we lost because we're so distracted by the external world. We can manifest out of thin air. We can manifest gold bars out of thin air. Air is wealth. Air is currency. It should be a different name for it. They tricked us. We thinking it's just something we breathe, man. Listen, we surrounded by money. I need to listen to some Reverend Ike. But listen, with that being said, let me just answer a couple more questions, then I'm gonna get out of here. I don't want to be on here for more than 10 minutes. Yeah. Yeah, y'all saying it all in the chat, man. Yo, thank you for everybody who my phone was off for 3 days. So yo, I'm telling y'all, if we yo, if we really embrace this thing and go hard and we all gotta boost each other up. And I'm thankful for the comments. That's why I leave the comments on in the beginning. If we really do this, y'all, we could be a huge movement in this world because nobody's doing it. Everybody's so consumed by social media. And there's nothing wrong with that. Like I said, we eternal beings. You can do whatever. You can spend the rest of your life watching TV or doing playing video. It don't matter. Listen, man, you got an eternity to figure this thing out, y'all. Seven Beaumont be saying that. I seen shout out to King Simon. Oh, somebody said, what's up with the interview with Khadijah? She's supposed to call me back. I hit her up around that time. I think it was April. And she wanted to postpone the interview. So she said she'll get back to me. So yeah, I'm not pressing it. I'm just waiting for her to hit me back. Whenever she's ready, whenever the queen's ready, I am here to do the interview and support her and Panic. Panic may not be here in the physical, but the brother's still very present. Energy never dies. So shout out to Panic and Khadijah. But yeah, so I'm just waiting. I'm waiting for her to hit me back. But I did reach out around that time. You know. With that being said, family, so people say yes, people are doing it. Yeah, no, definitely, people are just under the radar. Yep, I agree 1,000%. Yeah, but y'all on it. Listen, y'all on it. Y'all definitely on it. Uh, yeah, somebody said I've been sitting in silence for 6 months. I have zero friends, $0, zero hope, and I lost everything. I'll sit silence because I have nothing. You have everything, brother or sister. And I just told you, your friends are in silence. They'll talk to you. And I'm not just trying to sound funny. I just told you them dollar sign, them dollars. You said you have $0. No, see, I'm not saying this is the wrong approach because I don't want to say wrong or right, but I'm here to tell you that you have so much that you just can't see it yet, but you have so much, and the more you sit in silence, knowing that silence is filled with everything you ever desired and wanted and asked for, you will see these things. This is just a hologram. It's a simulation. This is not our identity. It's a dream program. We are abundant beings. You could never have nothing. You could never have $0. If you had $0, you wouldn't even be able to be on the internet right now, my nigga. That's how I know that's a lie. Let me say this again. If you had $0, you wouldn't even be on the internet. If you had zero friends and zero people around you, I wouldn't even be responding to you right now. You didn't lose everything because you're on here talking right now. I'm not trying to belittle your situation, but listen, man, really want y'all to know what waits for us in this realm. Really want y'all to know what waits for us in this realm. All right. Um, Ascending Infinite Goddess, real quick before I get out of here. Did you ever email me? Could you email me? Ascending Infinite Goddess. Did you ever email me about? I remember one time I wanted to bring you on. I want to do. You wasn't on the other day. I had mentioned your name. I want to do a show with you, New Diamonds, the brother Dre, and the brother David. I want to do a show with individuals that be in my chat and support me. And I want to tell you, all of y'all got your own thing going on right now. And I want to have a show with all y'all. It features some of the people that's always on. Yeah, okay. What's up, New Diamonds? Yeah, I want to do a show and feature New Diamonds. Email me also. New Diamonds and Ascend the Infinite Goddess. I just talked to Dre yesterday. I'm gonna be on his podcast. Not Dre. Yeah, Dre. Yeah, I'm gonna be on his podcast next week, next Wednesday. He got a podcast, and David got his podcast going on. But I want to have all four of y'all on the show. Y'all, y'all always show a lot of love and support being in the chat. Whatever events I got, y'all show up and shit like that. So I want to showcase some of the people in the audience that be doing their thing. So hit me up, New Diamonds and the Senate Infant Goddess. Hit me up. I got Dre now. I just got to get David contact info. I don't have his, but I'll get in touch with him. But yeah, I'm gonna do a show with y'all soon. All right, I'm out of here, family. Let's tap in. Let's tap in. Even if it's 5-10 minutes, let's tap in. I'm getting out of here. Love and life, family. Man, I want to thank everybody who stayed throughout the hour. Oh man, I just get so many ideas. Like I can't believe I can't believe how many just ideas will come to you in the presence of silence. This is amazing, man. Wow. I'm gonna be tweaking the show. I tell y'all I'm gonna get the Google VO, the new AI joint, to make like a video that I could play throughout the, while we sitting in silence. Might even have like a few bells. No dramatic music, but might have a few bells to hypnotize all of us or something. I turned the chat back on. Oh no, I didn't turn it. Did I? Yeah, I turned the chat back on. And if any of y'all still there in the chat, I turned the chat back on. Turn the chat back on. Maybe, yeah, maybe once you turn it off, it can't turn back on. But I want to thank everybody for tuning into yourself. On this lovely day. Uh, let's appreciate ourselves and our existence for the remainder of the day. And let's do us. I'll be back with my shows tomorrow. Tomorrow night, I'll be back with the show. So, all right, family. I'll see y'all tomorrow night. Have a blessed day.